Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Bitcoin Analytica. This is your host, Joe Saz, and today we will be having a good time talking about some Bitcoin price action, show you my trade. Gonna hang out live for a bit here and see what we get on this Sydney Open. Excuse me. Um, everyone go to hit that like button. Thank you. Go to sazanalytica.com, join the Discord channel where we're talking about trades, trade signals, just general fun Bitcoin stuff, and of course some sports stuff for all you sports bettors out there. Have a nice little channel for you guys. So motorist, great seeing that, pretty active and some fun stuff going down. So look forward to seeing you guys in Saz Analytica Discord channel. What's up, Duncan and motorist? And so that being said, we'll move along here. We've had a nice consistent zone of support here. We'll talk about my trade right as I'm finishing up here. We'll show you exactly where I am in my trade. I do have it up now. So we're going to be looking at my actual trades. Um, we bounced into a support range where we had consistent 2.5 to 5 band light ups. And then we grinded into a little bit harder. Some lower lows, this was looking pretty decent. But we ended up getting a handful of lower lows, just, ever so slightly, but lower lows nonetheless. Now with the big move out of there, we have a, um, you know, higher local highs in about 12 hours plus, and a higher low. So it looks like we're just kind of channeling. This is just your basic channel, probably going to pop back up here. Not sure what we're going to do over the weekend. Weekends tend to go sideways, so we'll talk about my trade here. Oh yeah, Motorist, you did have a great month sports betting. He showed his pretty sick stuff in there. That was pretty nice. You had your screenshot there with all your daily winnings and mostly green. That was pretty tight. Really good stuff, man. Yeah, you definitely have a whole strategy. The way that I have a strategy for trading, you have a strategy for betting, which is really interesting. We talked about it a bit when you came over, and yeah, everyone just be careful with that stuff. It's unless you're doing it like motorists, you're probably doing it wrong. So, all right, so let's talk about the trade for a sec. Um, Here we are, average entry there, and uh, I thought it would show when I got in. Thought there was like B when I bought. All right, well, it's gone for now. So currently, in not at the bottom, close to it. Unfortunately, not the most beautiful, perfect bottom I've ever caught, but in there at 334, 445. Currently sitting in profit. Curious to see how this higher high comes along. We still have at least two hours until the um at least 2 hours until the daily close and the weekly close on top of that. So we got a sec. We got a sec to breathe here. Watch the trade mature into something better. And yeah, let's go back real quick. Take a look at CME. Now we do have what appears to be, and I could be wrong, out the gate. Let's see, close of 35.3, high of 35.265. We have a CME gap here. And, I'll take it because I do believe most gaps fill. I mean, you guys got to look at this. In all of the history of Bitcoin's time, we only have probably 15 gaps open since 2017. Every single gap is closed. Oh, I mean, almost every other gap closes. Every single other gap closes. We probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 gaps. Oh, 18. 18 gaps open in 5 years' time on a chart. That's probably like a 95 to 90, higher than 95% fill rate. So, I really value CME gaps. Very, very valuable to me. But Motorist says, don't gamble. My best advice, just stack corn. Yeah, just get your corn, dog. Daily chart, looking nothing changed. Nothing changed. Support held, lower low made, support range tapped. This looks good, and I think we're just gonna go sideways into the weekend. We're going sideways even higher, and RSI is neutralizing. Almost getting ready to enter back into our channel here, which would be nice to watch it, come back to 50, and sweep again, something like that. So we'll see. Let's pay attention to some order book though. Good morning, Jackknife. Good to see you, brother. My tallow lotion is almost done. We're on the I think my last refine step. So the stuff that I get out of this today is going to be the tallow I use to make the lotion. And I don't have scent on this one, but I've been using it to just straight out of the thing once I'm transferring some tallow from here to there and doing all that. And tallow lotion is the absolute best. I might open a tallow lotion shop, guys. I'll post it in Discord if I'm selling a random tallow lotion. You guys will fucking love it though. Gonna charge these fancy rich bitches fucking $500 a glass. They pay fucking so much money for fake ass chemicals. I've seen such expensive skin creams go for so much, and it's just nothing in there. This thing it feels amazing. Feels like I'm healing. So all right, guys. Dual band confluence, a little tight on spot markets. Kind of been intermittent in and out of that wide bid-ask spread. Losing it for now, which is okay. We'll have to live with that. Um, all right. And what else do we got going on, guys? How are you doing? Everyone okay? Everyone living well? Curious to know if anyone has any thoughts, any shit going on, any questions, any comments. Um, all right. So I guess we can look at the trade. Let's look at some exchange order books. Exchange order book is what we are looking at. I'm in deep with the 17x position currently as it stands. Rajan Sahota, are we looking bullish? That's a good question. Now, look, the one thing that I will say is making us look bullish is the tiny, tiny CME gap we have to the upside. These fill. These actually fill usually quicker. Um, Something real small like that. I'm trying to think of the last time. Maybe something this small. No, that's pretty big. That's $100 almost. So we have a small gap to the upside, and I would think we need to fill that. And we have a couple hours before the daily close and the weekly close. If we get this close, then our weekly is going to look pretty reversally. And it's probably going to be on a 9 cell. Damn, that's interesting. Fuck, we might need a bail. But for now, the cycle, this price action has been driven a good bit by fundamentals, and fundamentals are still kind of open air but strong. If we break 34.8, apparently we will be mooning to 37. Well, Rajan, I'm curious. Well, why do you think that? Um, we that's probably not going to happen. I mean, we broke 34.8 this morning. In fact, we broke it about 4 hours ago. I'm curious though, why do you think that? Here it is right here, 34.8. We broke it. We're not gonna. I'll tell you what though, we're not going to. We're not gonna moon to 37 if we break 34.8. Chances are, if we break 34.8, we're gonna build the same structure that we have here, sequentially higher lows, gradually higher lows, lower lows, higher lower highs, and then we're just gonna enter that same kind of channel. Higher high, higher low, higher high. I mean, right now, this is what's happening. A moon move is probably not predictable. Moon moves or rips to the upside are usually something that's triggered by something outside of a price point or a technical. The only time I would say we're gonna moon past something is if we, and this isn't even a sure thing, I would bet this though. If we're going to tap the all-time high and we do it a second time, then we'll moon through it. That's about the only time you'll hear me say, based on a price point, we're gonna moon past something once we once we hit it. But it probably is gonna be the second time. And let's look at what happened. What are you thinking is gonna happen then? Um, I'm still curious though, Rajan. Are you thinking, are you saying that based on another Twitter influencer person? Are you saying it based on like a chart guy, or is it based on an analysis that you use? I'm just curious. No, no hate over here. Just we're all just having a good time. So, and all I'm doing, if I'm pushing you guys, it's only to make you better. You know, I'm never trying to just be a dick for the sake of being a dick. No, I want to know because I want to help you. And it's it's tough to bring something like that to the table. And if it's something in your analytics, okay, your mate said it. Yeah, this is the thing, buddy. Your goal is going to be to trust yourself more than anyone else. And I want to know where have we hit a price point that sent us mooning, and why would 34.8 be it? So, if I was talking to your buddy, in fact, invite him over and tell him we're gonna have a chat. I want to talk to him about it. I want to know a little bit about why that of all numbers, and this is just a good conversation, 34.8 was just tapped in about 4 or 5 hours ago, um, and it didn't moon. So why now? I can understand maybe the point that we're talking about higher lows, higher low than this. This is probably the bottom for our little day long channel or whatever, and then a higher high. So I could see, someone saying, yeah, that's definitely, that's bullish. But to move to a target we have not yet hit with massive resistance on the way, 348 pack on the sell side at 36K, 135, 98, 123, 170 at 35.5. Couple big stops along the way, and then 37K, we got a couple heavy packs in there too. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of dudes hit a lot of bongs when they spend this much time behind a computer. Nah, I would say, this is the thing, Rajan. I want you to trust yourself more than you trust anyone else. Obviously, there's some people in there with proven track records and a long-standing history of making good calls, and that's okay. But, I want you to think of this. When I have a chart, when I was first learning, I had a chart and I had probably an RSI, some moving averages, maybe MACD, and I think TD sequential. Back then, this was early 2018. January of 2018 is when I got TD sequential when I went to meet Tone at an event in New York City. He did a trading course for like the weekend or something. Now, one of the things I remember most from that lesson from Tone, two things is he didn't say it like this, but this is how I remember it. Paralysis by analysis. Basically, don't have too many indicators. Like five is kind of a lot. Five is a lot of indicators, but maybe that's not like overdoing it, but five is a lot. Like I said, RSI, MACD, learned candlesticks, couple moving averages, TD sequential. I'm talking about four indicators that are on top of my chart. And basically, if you listen to an analyst, that's your fifth indicator right there. So, I would say it's just really good to look at another. If you listen to five guys, then each one of those is an indicator. And if three of those guys are bullish, then maybe that's the trait. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all I'm saying is it's better for you to trust your own indicators than to trust five other people. You know, and that's just one thing I learned over time. I went from watching a lot of YouTube videos to watching none. And the only time I would hear about the opinion of another analyst would be when someone else told me about it or when I was invited on their show. Trust yourself more and put your bollocks on the line. Absolutely, brother. Yeah, build a strategy. Spend some time with it. What's up, Phil C? Great to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Life is good, right? Um, yeah, so right now we're just sitting. We could just stare at the trade for a while. I notice this perpetual exchange. We got basically two fat stacks at the top of the book, and then whoever's pushing the market has the two stacks. Spot's driving the market. Then you have two fat aggregations full, $10 aggregations full of buyers or sellers, and then it starts to flip. But let's watch this trade, I guess, for a little while. Sideways until next week, I guess. Yeah, we do have 2 hours. So, but that is a good point, Phil C. Sideways until next week. I mean, weekends have been pretty damn boring for a long time. They have been boring. What's up, Ryan S? What's up, guys? Phil C. I wouldn't be opposed to a big green candle in the next 2 hours. That's actually what I'm kind of tuned in for, man. I think we can get that big green candle in the next 2 hours. We do have a weekly close. Um, yeah, opposed. That's a good way. I was just gonna keep rolling with it. But okay, so that's what I'm chilling. Oh shit, dude, just fired up the barbecue making some chicken thighs and peppers. Oof. Yo, that sounds good. Yo, that sounds fucking good, man. Dude, oh man, that just made me so hungry out of nowhere, man. I wasn't even hungry. Honestly, I took some hard body shots last weekend and my fucking maybe up until yesterday I couldn't even take a full breath in. Now I can breathe and basically what I'm saying is I've been eating and not really working out or anything, just chilling. So I feel fatter than normal. I fasted a little bit and I was thinking about fasting today. Other than the fact that I need to eat something before I drink some beers. It is Friday in Wisconsin. So, yeah, dude, that fucking barbecue chicken. Yo, damn, dude, Ryan, move to Wisconsin, dog. Get a little closer. Um, do I like fishing? I do. I haven't fished probably since college. And I was fishing in Northern California catching steelhead. And yeah, there was like a summer where my friend we all decided to stay up in Humboldt for the summer, and most people's parents won't pay for their, or if you're getting help, they won't help you for rent for the summer. It's like you either go home or you stay up and figure out your own way. So me and my friends had to figure out our own way. But my friend's dad came up and he brought up like four fishing poles and paid and bought us fishing licenses and paid for a guy to take us on like a fishing tour, show us how to do it, and show us his spots, a couple good spots. And so yeah, we lived on fucking trout for a summer. Fucking trout, man, so good. Go to the farmer's market at the like right before it's about to close. You can pick up some decent fruits and vegetables. We made salsa, we made all kinds of stuff, man. Ate a lot of fish that summer. Yeah. So, all right, been doing a 24-hour fast a few times a month. Yeah, Ryan, this is a important thing. The Bible, it talks about Jesus says there's in Matthew, I think 20, no, Matthew verse 620 or something. I can't remember exactly what the verse was, but it's a 20 or 21. It's missing. The Bible skips it over and it specifies that you need to fast and pray. And so I've been fasting a good bit more, but yeah, I've also just been kind of fucked on my sleeping schedule and shit like that, and then I'll eat late, and I bought some fucking bread for the first time in forever. By the way, I was looking around at bread, and bread is most bread is trash. I got rye because rye was about the cleanest that I could find, but bread is all fucking garbage, man. Every single loaf of bread that I saw was just chemical bread, dog. Um, so yeah, we'll just keep watching this trade. But if you guys have any price stuff you guys want to hit, don't hesitate. We can always talk about it. Um, 35099. That would be nice. So yes, 24-hour fast is definitely. I actually kind of do that fairly often. Maybe even a few times a week. I know, dude, Ryan, I gotta keep making my own bread. I totally thought about it, man. Once I was at the store, I was like, I was just like tired, man. I was tired, I was sore. Like I said, this past week I've had a black eye, bruised up face a little bit, um, and a very, very fucked up rib, a little bit of fucked up hip. Took some hard body shots. Um, so I I've been a piece of shit this week for the most part. Other than I did fast a little bit. And then the days that I have William, I usually don't fast. But yeah. Anyways, excuses, right? Bullshit. Fuck that. Um I usually go about 24 hours without eating. If I eat today at 7, then I'll eat tomorrow at 8. And I kind of been doing something like that and then I'll reset. Um I'll do something like that. And I'm actually getting hungry now. See, this is the thing though. Today, William, I made him 2 slices of toast. I cut a big old slice in half. He only ate half of it. And I broke my fast very early. I ate something at like 7:30, a little piece of bread. So I felt like a fool. Felt like a fool. All right, let's see. I want this thing to make me some money. Make me some motherfucking money. But yes, I think I'll start making my own bread again if I want bread. But I've been making my rice, Mexican rice, and that's a pretty decent carb right there. A lot of ground beef, a lot of hamburgers, a lot of diced onions in those hamburgers. Oh man, you dice onions real fine, you smash that into your hamburger real good, and yo, you're fucking stoked, man. I'll tell you what, it's really nice. It's really nice. And you guys are gonna be here when I make my first bit of whipped tallow lotion. I'm gonna finish this up right now in a little bit, and I'm gonna make some tallow lotion. I got some organic extra virgin olive oil to make it a little better. This first batch is gonna be scentless, but damn, dude. Yeah, anyone lived closer, man. Someone I'd be making you soft out here. Hard, be making you hard in some ways and soft in others. Oh man, I saw this funny fucking story on Reddit. It was like a tweet on Reddit, and it was really funny, dude. It was a tweet about it was like a Reddit story talking about a guy have has a dog and he's gay, and the dog walked in. He had his gay shit going on, and the dog walked in on him getting fucking pounded, and now the dog won't listen to him anymore. How fucking funny is that, dude? Oh shit. The dog fucking doesn't even respect his fucking authority at all, man. That's hilarious to me. Oh shit. You guys, there are some funny things in this world, and that dog is an absolute fucking G, man. That dog sees some gay shit go down, and he's like, yo, I don't respect you at all. The dog won't listen to the guy. The dog doesn't cuddle with the guy anymore. Yo, that's fucking wild, man. The dog's just like, nope. Fair fight. Fair fight at the top of the book. Pulled a little bit there. Can you see? Can you use that stuff for burns? Oh, you know, you use aloe for sunburns, man. Maybe there's actually a way I can put aloe in my fresh aloe in my lotion, but the thing is, I use aloe for sunburns, for oven burns, whatever. You burn yourself, you use aloe. And aloe, like good fresh aloe from your own home, and make sure you electroculture that shit. Ryan, do you remember a long time ago when I made a video with my um when I made a video with my plants and they all had that metal copper structure in them? And do you remember how great it worked? I'm actually gonna make a better one. I need to find my heavy wire cutters. Got my tape. Got my. Where the fuck are some heavy wire cutters? They should be in here. Gotta be kidding me. This is not gonna break easy. I've been thinking about making a new one that has a stock as a thick gauge copper, and here's the thick gauge copper. But I will need to find the right thing to break that with, the right cutter. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to get creative over here, guys. Yeah, I'll figure this out. Come back to that. Interesting stuff, though. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. Nice, we're breaking out of that little horizontal channel at top. Oh yeah, and I gave it the banana water. Yeah, I actually get organic bananas every once in a while just so that I can use that banana water. But yo, that aloe, every time I get burned, I use it and yo, I'm cleaned up right away. Give it 5 minutes and it almost feels more like a callus than a burn, it's not gonna blister up. It's fucking great. So we're just taking a look at my we're sticking to the live trade for now. We'll pull up some order book analysis real quick and then we'll flip back. Yeah, heading toward that horizontal. 34 our most significant wall, some pretty thin um, layers beneath that. You know what? Let's take a look at $10 aggregations. 34.8 seems to be the wolf up there. This might play for a long time, man. I think this is gonna be a boring weekend. Gonna sit and go through the fucking curves of the market, the ups and the downs and just long gradual stuff. So, yeah, I think we're just stuck for a little while. The market's not gonna do anything crazy right before weekly close, I don't think. I'd like for it to happen. I'd like for a fucking big green dildo. And my tallow is, this is my final batch before I chunk it up. This is my most refined batch. You smell it? Yeah, that doesn't smell like beef. Kind of what we need now. And then I'll use some like lavender, some frankincense and myrrh. stuff like that. Need medical grade though. I went to the store. You want to buy medical grade essential oils if you're gonna do all that. So, um, seasoning, Phil. What seasonings do you enhance fish with? For my ground beef, I use onions and some salt. Some nice fresh organic onions and some salt. In my Mexican rice, I use salt, tomatoes, onions, garlic, and then I eat it with some corn tortillas. Nice. Up a little bit of dough here. Take more of those. Need a lot of that. Need a nice big one to rip to the sky. Any good Mexican spots around me? Yeah, but this is the thing, man. Everyone uses seed oils. So, I mean, you're gonna have to go off the script every once in a while in life. And yeah, there's definitely a couple good spots. But yo, I would rather just make it, man. You come out here, I'll make the Mexican food. We'll go out to get some Mexican food like once, but I'll make it the other days. Price prediction for top of the bull market, Jackknife asks. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 300 plus. I think it lands somewhere between 3 and 400. Um, 330, I don't know, something like that. Something like that. I'll take a screenshot. I'm gonna tweet this out. Okay. What's my average entry? 34, 445. Alright, let's watch this. Alright, a date will be, I think we start the bull market. Look, a lot can happen. Um, a lot can happen, but I think about this time next year we should be at the beginning of a bull market. I think it'll last at least 6 months, and then I think so. Basically, we should see 300,000 by before middle of next year. I mean, middle of 2025. So you guys just survive, you know? Stay alive. Don't listen to fucking anything the media tells you. Don't take any medications. They force you, don't get pushed in any corners. Don't do what they say. Stay alive, eat healthy, organic, cook most of your own food. We got a bull market to deal with, and from there you can be a much more sovereign individual. But for now, if you have to get a roommate and struggle, whatever you have to do, get it done, stay alive. So, all right, well, we're watching a slow, boring trade here. The Sydney Open came and left, and totally boring on a Friday. Oh, hey, this is still set to change that. Yeah, so just a few green candles off of that, but nothing. Four o'clock 30. You know what? I'm gonna go smoke a cigar today. That's what I'm gonna do. You guys don't even know what's about to happen. I'm gonna go enjoy. I'll go enjoy a cigar after. Hopefully this tallow finishes up. Ah, man, this might take a little while. Maybe I should go smoke a cigar and come back. It's 4 something right now. I still need to come back and take a shower and all that. Yeah. Alrighty then. So, grindy, grindy, grindy. Who do you look to for health advice? Bake bread and hop to bed. I want to smoke a cigar tonight. I want to finish this because I also want to take this tallow lotion. I want to take the first version of it over to play some pool and show my friends. Got some people, got some things going on. Life is good, man. Life is good. Um, Jackknife, do I ever make green smoothies? No. My smoothies are pineapple, banana, coconut water, honey. That's about my smoothie. I will eat other fruits, but I don't eat any vegetables. Zero vegetable intake. I guess, I don't know, is onion a vegetable? I think garlic's considered a spice or something. But no vegetables. Cucumbers sometimes, that's a fruit. Tomatoes is a fruit, whatever. All right, so baked bread. I need to figure out a good bread recipe though for think like a nice rye or something. I'm gonna try something new some one of these days. Who do I look to for health advice? Jackknife? I'll tell you what, man. I look to myself. I eat healthy. I Let's answer that question. Why no spinach? There's a guy named uh Paul Saladino, and he's the one that I really get a lot of my carnivore diet from. Eggs, honey, raw milk, raw cheese, raw butter, organic fruit, whatever, right? That guy's pretty legit. He has some good stuff on Instagram, good videos, and he's a very intelligent guy. There's quite a few carnivores like that out there, just so you know. It's just the one that I happened to come across back in December. I'm pretty sure you guys might remember when I was kind of at my worst. And anyways, I I'll tell you this, man. You eat healthy, you do some push-ups, you turn the shower water cold, and you fast. Make sure you fast a good bit. You almost should never eat unless you're hungry. Like that's one thing, and almost don't even eat unless you're really hungry, you know? So do a few of those things and I'll tell you, man, you just sometimes I have too much energy. I wish I could be asleep, you know? I'm like, what the fuck, man? Um there's just things going on like that where you can you'll know, man. I'm healthier, I heal better. I just a lot of weird shit. I look younger than most 35-year-olds. And I'm sure this fucking lotion's probably gonna make me a lot better. Give it 3 months and I'll fucking look way fresh. Um, but it's just like basically, if you hear that something's bad for you, chances are they're fucking lying. If you hear that raw milk is bad for you, chances are that's a fucking lie, man. Like the fact that they've convinced you that things that are natural are bad for you and worse than chemicals and synthesized materials is a fucking one of the greatest scams in all of human history. And so why no spinach? Again, Paul Saladino is the one who I listen to for the dietary stuff, and he's the one that I listen to. I don't pay attention to everything he says nowadays, but basically plants have what are called plant defense chemicals. And this is what a lot of people are saying now. That a cow has its defense mechanism is that it could run. Our defense mechanism is that we have hands and feet. XYZ and so forth, right? Birds can fly. Well, this is the thing. Oh yeah, right, Ryan S. Just like they say, apricot pit kernels are fucking bad, gonna kill you. And no spinach. So plants and leaves and seeds tend to have plant defense chemicals in them because those are the parts of the plant that it doesn't want you to eat. The fruit it falls to the ground, it escapes the plant and it's there to help the plant spread its seed, right? The fruit. That's what it does. It falls off. It's meant to be taken in by you. It's meant to be fucking attractive to you so that you'll pick the fruit and you'll walk the fucking forest while eating your fucking orange and you'll spit the seeds out and um you know you'll fucking help the orange have more orange trees. So the thing is, man, the things that the plant doesn't want you to eat are the leaves, the roots, and the seeds. And those tend to have chemicals in them as a defense mechanism because plants can't run away. So there's the things in nature that have the brightest colors or whatever, or the worst ability to move, unless you're like a sloth or a koala bear or some shit, I don't know. Um, but you look at little frogs and shit that are all bright colors, you don't even want to touch them because their defense mechanism is all chemical. You'll die from you'll die hallucinating about crazy shit. So, yeah, no spinach because it has, I think it might be oxalates, and those cause you to have kidney stones, and or they make it harder for you. Like for some people are more prone to it, but you can get kidney stones from that. I can't remember, but he talks about it, and I would recommend taking a look at his Instagram. He definitely has specific talks about spinach. But I also, look at the ingredients and everything. I've been seeing more and more ingredients from shit that says made from a bioengineered source, and we all know what that means. That means you're gonna fucking be sick and dying of cancer if you live on that shit. I mean, you can't even live on McDonald's for 30 days without near dying. Imagine all these people that are gonna be eating all that Bill Gates bioengineered source bullshit. It's totally fucked. Totally, totally fucked. Lab grown fucking mayonnaise, dude. It's out there. I've seen it. Look for the label. Fucking Bioengineered source. All right, guys, that's wild. Need to think about that a bit more. It must be highly controversial take. Yeah, I think it's I'm curious. I'm curious to see what people are saying. I used to eat a lot of spinach and kale and stuff like that, you know. I used to get spinach chopped salads. That shit was bomb as hell. So, I don't dislike spinach, but I just don't eat anything leaves and any vegetables. Even if plants have defenses to not be eaten, since humans have been eating them forever anyways, and we plant them to eat them. Yeah, look, this is actually an important fact too, Jackknife, is I think a lot of people are different, you know what I'm saying? It's like what works for some might not work for others. And there's a lot of that type of stuff going on, so I can't sit here and judge or, you know, all that. It's like for me, I could tell you what I eat. I nowadays I probably eat 75% meat. If I have some rice, I'll have some rice. Oh, you know what? Let's say 50% meat, 25% some rice, Mexican rice, and then some fruit. That's common. I'll have a day where I have a couple fruit bowls. Like when I eat a big ass meal, I'll have a lot of rice, a pound of beef. Um, and then I'll usually like cook the rice and then cook the beef and then throw the rice in because like the rice is refrigerated after I make it. Throw the rice in there, kind of heat that all up, make it nice and delicious. Mix it all up. Throw that into some tacos. Bam, you got yourself a deal, right? Uh, and then I'll have one or two bowls of fruit, and a fruit bowl usually is two bananas and a bunch of pineapple slices. And then on the other days, like if I have William over, he doesn't really eat the rice. He likes French fries, so I'll make the tallow fries. I'll make hamburgers. So I'll probably have some a lot of meat, some potatoes, and then the fruit is iffy because sometimes we'll share a fruit bowl, but sometimes he just wants to eat a banana and that's it. Man, we are just grinding this thing. Boring. What do you think about steel cut oats? I heard since they are the hardest core kind of oats, they do not really act like a carb. It doesn't spike insulin. You know, maybe you should check out that one guy I was telling you about. I think he did talk about oats. The one thing I think I know about steel cut oats is steel cut oats is what you feed your animals because the chicken feed started getting real bad. Like they've been making the chicken feed so bad that you can't even your chickens don't lay eggs anymore. So steel cut oats is what a lot of farmers been doing with that. I mean, I would say get the beef, man. I eat like a pound of beef a day. Been allergic to nuts my whole life. Read nutrition ingredients labels and everything. Winston says, I see a lot more bioengineered food products, usually spaced below ingredients mixed in with others. Yeah, dude, that's crazy, Winston. Yeah, especially stuff from Walmart I've seen. Yep. Uh, yeah, it's hidden. Like they are trying to hide it. Yeah, they are trying to hide it, man. This is the thing. Most people are asleep, and they're asleep because they've been hiding so much shit, you know? Um, yeah, Winston, sucks you're allergic to peanuts and stuff. I mean, to be honest, not the biggest deal in the world. You're not missing out on much. I will say I like a good pecan pie, but other than that, I can't say that you've been deprived too heavily. Maybe there's things with nuts in them that I don't know about very much, but I don't really gravitate toward nuts. I eat a lot of, like I said, probably all the meat, you know. That would suck if you were allergic to meat. That would really suck. Pecan pie is fucking good, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Pecan pie is the fucking balls, dude. That shit's legit. Yep. Alright, so let's just stay on trade for a bit. No, I want more green. I was asleep for all this. Yeah. Probably could have pulled out a little bit. Oh, I think this thing will go higher, but now that we're sitting at the Friday week hour, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, so Winston Alexander, corn chips used to be cooked in corn oil, now vegetable oil, which is majority canola oil. Canola derived from a toxic plant. Yeah, and it's like tons of hexane and like if you look at a video of how they make canola oil, yo, it's absolute trash, dude. You're eating chemicals. It looks fucking terrible. I'm making tallow over here. It looks fine, you know. It starts off as some kind of fucking corpse looking chunks of fat, you know, but comes out looking fine and all you're using is heat, water, and salt. You know, if you have to use chemicals to fucking do some shit, yo, you're fucked. Our society is so fucked, man. The shit that people have accepted and just stopped questioning. It's because things were good once upon a time. Probably for our grandparents and maybe their parents. Things were good. Probably post World War One, World War Two era. Food was healthy. Bread was healthy from the store. You bought something, it lasted forever. You know, you bought a fucking can opener. Like my grandma probably has the same can opener from when she was a kid. You know, nowadays you buy some shit and it breaks, you know. There was a golden era, and then all those people that were living in the golden era didn't really pay attention to what was going on. Things got substituted, food got substituted for chemicals. All that shit started happening, and you know they just lived such a good time, and the government was, you know, probably better. Probably I wouldn't say good, but certainly better. And it probably lulled everyone to sleep, you know. And now we have a couple generations of people that have just been asleep the whole time. And then we have people like us, you know, who are waking up, being like, "What the fucking fuck?" You know, internet, what's up, bro? Let's share why we see what we see and think what we think. Well, here's some facts, you know, and that's changed things, man. Global instantaneous communication. It's crazy the amount of ingredients I see on boxes, words cannot even pronounce. Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy. When I buy bread, I'm fucking looking through some ingredients and it's crazy. It's fucking bread. I've made it before. You use flour, salt, water, yeast. Don't need much. Alright, this towel is starting to finalize here. Um, yeah, yeah. Coinbase COO says they are ready to get the ground running. Yeah, on spot ETF. I believe they did talk about that. Um, I pretty sure BlackRock was saying that Coinbase will be their custody peeps. Yeah, so Coinbase probably does know. Yep. So Coinbase is probably somewhere in the loop there. I think that ETF is going to be pretty good for price action. Oh man. Supposedly Coinbase will custody. Yeah. Coinbase, hey, you know, say what you will, but they haven't gotten fucked, you know. Uh, yeah. There's definitely
Coinbase has a good track record. A lot of these exchanges haven't been fucked or hacked and shit like that. Coinbase definitely has some fucked ass practices, but they've never been lit up, man. They've never been hacked and dropped, sent back to the Stone Age. So, all right, few red candles. Let's see if we can spin that around. Take a look at RSI. Just curious. Yeah, kind of neutral. Uh, let's see here. What's my Bitcoin high estimate based on? Yep, funny enough, just gut feeling, man. Gut feeling. I mean, it is kind of a gut feeling situation to guess an all-time high and when and where, you know. So, I don't know, man. I just been doing this a long time and I wish I had a better answer for you, but gut feeling is all. I've actually been saying that for a long time too. Um, I wish there was some older videos and proof of that, but uh yeah, I when this market wasn't gonna go to six figures, I said the next one was and 300 plus K. Yo, what's up, LT? Good to see you, brother. Also thinking about 300K with ETFs in the mix. Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense in a weird way. Do you think they've been getting progressively lower relative to the previous one? In other words, you're saying last all-time high we 3x'd, and the one before that we, 5x'd, and the one before that we 10x'd, This one, the 300K price target's about a 5, 6x. Um, I do find that interesting, and I do believe that will be the general trend. Um, is that the relative to previous all-time high, the factor by which it multiplies is going to be decreasing. Um, so I get that, and I agree with it overall, but I still, it's not going to 100x, I don't think, That's a little wild. I don't think that's happening anymore. I think those days are over. So when people talk about a shit coin that they're going to buy, I don't totally hate them for it. Because unless look, it's do it at your own risk. By the way, shitcoining can be worse for you than meth. It's fucking dead. Um, so yeah, I think it is gonna do that. I think it is gonna do that. I think that trajectory will stay somewhere around I think this market is probably gonna be a 5x. Next one is probably gonna be a little lower, from 300. And who knows what's going on in the world. What if they make custody illegal? What if they do all these things? You know, who knows what next market cycles will be like? They're definitely doing everything they can to get Bitcoin uh, institutionalized, and then I think next is going to be regulated. This bull market's probably going to be all about that. The bear market's probably going to be all about regulation. Yep. All right. So I'm just chilling with you guys. We're at 5 o'clock my time. Let's see when the daily closes. I think we got at least another hour till the daily closes. So herbs and spices. So no herbs and spice. I do herbs and spices. Um, I do. Basically, if your health is in decline for anything, then you kind of revert back to square one. But for the sake of this conversation, yeah, I do. I use them, but I just don't use them because I'm not fucking good at using them. Yo, what's up, Mo? Great to see you, brother. Chilling, just chilling, making some tallow lotion. I got my tallow, my final refined version of the tallow, almost ready to start slicing up into chunks. Gotta let that thing cool off a bit more, and then I'm making my first bit of lotion. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. And so I do like I think garlic is considered a spice, and herbs. I had some Italian herbs on my toast the other day. Um, yeah, so I'll do herbs. And I think a lot of herbs are probably, somewhat beneficial for you, you know. Uh, there's probably a lot of health stuff out there for you, you know. The herbs, like cayenne pepper is really good for you. Sometimes I take just like a half tablespoon or I don't know, small amount, a decent amount of cayenne pepper. That's just good for your blood. It's good for your blood, man. Cayenne pepper is real good for you. Um, trying to think what else, you know. Yeah, stuff like that. Slim Don, yo, what's up, dog? Fucking A. Good to have you here. Man, I'm trying to think of the last time I saw you. That's fucking crazy. It's been a long fucking time, dude. Great to have you here. We're just chilling, back to the old good old days, trading. Uh, just kind of watching the fucking clock, the paint dry a little bit here on this trade. Just a, long boring trade, man. Walking into the weekend, real boring. Walking into the weekend, real fucking boring. We had some action earlier in the day, but nothing pump and dumpy, more just kind of gradual stuff. So, yep, just kind of hanging out, here chatting with you guys. You guys have anything you want to discuss, just drop it in. Let's fucking hit it. Yeah, how are you, Slim Don? Been well? Do you batch cook meals and freeze them? Nah, I just have a bunch of frozen ground beef. Ton of frozen ground beef. Right now, I'm probably down to 30 pounds, but I'll probably get more when I'm down to 20. The farm dude where I get where I went last time, I ended up getting 40 pounds of him and a ton of tallow and ground beef. So, right now that's what it's all about. But yeah, usually if I cook food, it's usually for a couple days. Like if I make rice, that's gonna last at least 2 to 4 days. And then like if I make anything I make, I just kind of if I make hamburgers or a steak or something and I slice it all up, I just leave it out. I let it kind of air dry, eat it by within a day. I don't really freeze my food. I just have my food that I'm gonna cook that's frozen. When did I stop eating veggies? Remember earlier in the year when I started doing that diet stuff? That was about when? Earlier this year. December, I think, is when I really started changing. Let's check this, let's check this. Tallow should be about ready. It needs a little more time. A little more time. A little more time. Thoughts on setting goals and life's purpose? Yeah, life's purpose is to get to heaven and to bring as many people to heaven with you. And uh
it's important to build your relationship with God and make sure that you can hear what's going on, instead of listening to your own voice. I think it's really important to be able to hear that sense of direction in the back of your head. So yeah, I think I just keep thinking about that. I think everyone's purpose is a little different, but I think mine has to do with getting out there and talking and teaching, and I think that's kind of where I belong. So it just depends, find where you belong. What makes you fulfilled, And I think you'll kind of find an answer to that question. Some people are scientists, and the Bible says everyone's it's like a grand painting, everyone has a different purpose. So I don't judge people. I understand my purpose, I certainly strive to be the best and accumulate the most, but I acknowledge that, I wasn't born a king, a prince or some shit. I'm not meant, that's not my journey. I have to respect that I'm just a piece of shit, just a fucking average Joe. And I gotta do everything I possibly can to build up and do it for myself and bring as many people from dark places since I have experience there. I have a lot of experience in dark places. And maybe that's why I've been there so many times, but I can help bring people out of them. So, yeah. And Ewek, how was my Friday? It was good, man. I woke up, got a lot done, got my son to school. I'm almost done with this first batch of live lotion. I honestly am pretty excited about this. It's fucking hilarious. I'm excited about lotion, guys. What a situation. But this is gonna be healthy, man. Dude, I guess I'm excited because it's, everything is fucking so chemical and fucked in this world now, so I'm happy to be doing things that like I eat healthy. Now I'm gonna be having something healthy to put on my skin. It's winter, you need something good. So, yeah, it's all good, man. Life is good. How was your Friday, Ewek? I'm just chilling, sending out some messages now, waiting for that tally to do. What are those things called, you guys? Those electronic cigarettes? Is there a name for them? Like an official name for them? Because I just call them pussy sticks, but I don't know. It's like, oh, vapes. That's what it is. There we go. All right. Thank you all. Needed that. Oh shit. Oh, how funny. Look who we have here. Um, yeah. So, um, all right, guys. So, yep, just sitting in a trade here. Still green, chilling, man.
I got caught red-handed. All right. Phil C, about 50 more, 50 minutes before a big green candle. Basically, we have, yeah, that much time for one to happen. I don't think we're gonna get it, man. This is so boring. Jackknife, I asked ChatGPT about the oldest human records we have. The oldest history is about 6,000 years old and written in clay tablets. It's the story of Gilgamesh from an ancient Mesopotamian religion. That would, I believe, would be Sumerians are probably some of the oldest recorded history, and the Sumerians are quite fascinating. And by the way, there's much earlier recorded human history now. There's a man named Graham Hancock who's gone deep into this about how they've actually dug underneath archaeological dig sites and found that, let's say an archaeological dig site had evidence of tools being used 4,000, 5, 6,000 years ago. Well, they ended up digging deeper because there were some anomalies, and they've discovered that humans have been using tools. There's like clean cut bones and all kinds of crazy shit from like 60,000 years old. Now, combine that with something very interesting, Jack. Now, this is gonna blow your fucking mind, and a lot of you guys don't know this. There's hieroglyphics in the Grand Canyon. There's a man under a Smithsonian banner expedition went to the Grand Canyon, explored some caves, and you can even look this up on Google Maps now. He went into the cave and they had evidence of metalworking that was just totally unheard of. Yeah, go Göbekli Tepe. Really interesting. But yeah, look at the hieroglyphics, the mummies, and the tools and all that stuff that's found in the Grand Canyon. And there's this thing, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but if you look at you see how a lot of people do that wooden electricity art where they like kind of put the electricity through a slab of wood, and that pattern that it makes is I can't remember, a Reichenbach fucking pattern, some shit like that, right? And they have found if you look at a couple of areas from space, they look like the same thing happened, like a massive electricity storm went down. And the Grand Canyon, the narrative is that it was shaped by however long, many years of, a little drop of water turning into a stream, turning into the Grand Canyon, right? Well, there's a lot of people out there saying bullshit because if you look from high enough up, it looks like it was just pounded by a heart, like an electrical storm. It has the same structures, and also there's a lot of evidence of spherical glass that like glass only forms spheres when you have it at such a high temperature, and there's like spherical glass, and there's 90-degree structures, and all these kinds of things in the Grand Canyon that lead some to believe that there was an advanced society there, and speaking on advanced societies, they found Atlantis. It's in the Eye of the Sahara, um, the Richat structure, Richat. So history, as ChatGPT knows it, and as the book is going to tell you, is all fucking bullshit. There's a lot more going on. We've definitely been lied to. The Tartarian Empire is very interesting. It's on many maps up until probably the mid to late 1800s. We've definitely been lied to. Definitely been lied to. And as far as the narrative of you know, human societies and advanced and all that, it's just crazy, man. There's just we've definitely been lied to. I mean, the pyramids were not built by the Egyptians. The Egyptians have no records of even building the pyramids. There's just so much shit going on with all that I can't believe any of it. And the Sumerians weren't the ones that built it. The Sumerians have the Sumerian tablets. Those actually were, I think, up until maybe the past couple years, maybe 10 years now. They There's a number of stars that were identified in these Sumerian tablets that hadn't been discovered until recently. One of which is probably the most interesting one, is a planet that they called Nibiru, and they said it operates on an elliptical orbit, bouncing between our sun and Alpha Centauri, and the Sumerians talk a lot about this crazy stuff, man, and the fact is that it wasn't identifiable through telescopes, and they kind of I can't remember if it was specific to the Sumerian tablets or what, but they used an infrared telescope and found it out there. So they call it Planet X, and this was a discovery maybe in 2014 or something like that. Let's see here. Why am I using USDT collateral instead of BTC? Because this is what the exchange gave me. This is what I got. BTC to BTC is what I grew up on 100%. It's to be honest, it's all kind of the same to me. It's just an easier way to measure some of this out instead of having to do everything relative to Bitcoin and have like a little bit of math running in my head. All right, Bitcoin's at 34,600. If I have zero point 0.1 Bitcoin and I open up a $10,000 trade, that's about a 3x, 2 point something x or whatever position. So I actually don't mind the USDT pair because it gives me a little bit more of a concept in my head, but just a little less of a mental math step that I have going on because you guys know I trade in cross. I trade with full account portfolio exposed. So yeah. Let's see here. I have heard of Egyptian artifacts in the Grand Canyon. Yeah, and if you look at it, there's like the Temple of Osiris, the Temple of Ra. It's fucking crazy, man. And now a lot of those caves are plugged up with like Freemason fucking image sim blocks. Like it's like the all-seeing eye or something, like an Illuminati fucking eye engraved in the metal gate that seals that cave. And everyone that tries to explore there, fucking black helicopters, man. No, no, no. That's the Hasselhoff. It's I can since I'm in cross, my max leverage is 125x. I could set this to whatever I want, and I could drop it to 25x. And basically, this is saying is that I can't exceed 125, but I'm not 125 right now. I'm 17.95x long. Nibiru is maybe too early to understand. Maybe it's real. We're not conscious enough to understand and research properly. Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is we're gonna live until we die, man. And it's definitely important to live a life in constant pursuit of truth and the mastery of yourself. But I don't want to stress about too many things. I want to stress about the most important thing, which is making sure my son grows into a strong man as long as I'm here. Yeah, of course, Mexican Hasselhoff. Um, let's see. Mexican Hasselhoff. Yeah, cross. Okay. Um, so yeah, there's definitely human history is very, very interesting to me. And Graham Hancock, he also mentions like lidar in the Amazon rainforest. Amazon rainforest is probably a man-made forest. There's definitely large parts of it um that have terra mater like this special soil and stuff like that. Um, so terra praetor, yeah, anyways. There's the Amazon has evidence of having advanced societies, even up to 100,000 to greater than a million populous cities. It's described in a couple books, diaries of ship captains who got caught in the Amazon River and had to just roll with it. Yeah, man, there's some really crazy stuff about human history. I'll tell you this much. We've definitely been lied to. Definitely are actively being lied to. The whole Egypt thing is a scam. That's a scam. The fucking Sphinx, all that shit. Pharaoh's tombs they built pyramids to fucking as a tomb for a pharaoh is just total bullshit. And if you look at any one of the size of the bricks, it's just impossible, man. It's just impossible for fucking humans to have done this shit. It's advanced technology that was used. Highly, highly. There's no way it was built by fucking starving slaves. So, well, um, Yeah, human history, man. That's a motherfucker for sure. So much of our history is missing. Yeah. Yeah, the Library of Alexandria was burned down by Constantine, I think. Um, yeah, a lot of interesting things, man. There's actually a library that was found in like Asia that had some of the oldest documents. That was really interesting, but we're not going to know anything about it. And then on top of that, the Vatican is going to suppress every bit of information that matters. Everything that could probably help humanity is being suppressed by some superpower or another, and the Vatican is probably one of the biggest ones. Yeah, so yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I really think this world could be a much better place if truth was just more widespread. Now we live in this age of information, but it's like the age of disinformation, you know? It's just wild, man. It's very unfortunate. This is how it is. This is the reality of the universe. At least our point in history. All right, guys. This is probably getting boring. I'm gonna stay in this position unless I really gotta bail, but lower high, higher low. I think we're still bullish here, but this is just gonna be a long-term trade. And you guys know I don't like those. We are not of this world. Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's interesting. Soul energy, who knows, man. I've heard some really interesting stuff on that. I'm split, but definitely a lot of new souls out here, I would say. Mirza, it's fun living as a truth seeker in a world like this. Yeah, it is. I agree. And you know what? At least there's a few of us that are around to see each other eye to eye. Cause I'll tell you what, man, a lot of people are on that fucking sodium fluoride, man. Too many people are drinking that tap water and they just don't fucking care. There's just too many people out there that are asleep and are pretty fucking worthless, man. Smart people, they can tell you what's in a book, they can tell you the periodic table of elements, they could tell you all kinds of shit, but they're intelligent, they're knowledgeable, but they don't have a drop of wisdom in their system, man. Worthless. Uh, it will perish, it is temporary, even the planet our home is in heaven. The world will end as it is written. Worlds will certainly end. I'm blessed to have quite a few truth seekers in my life. Yeah, I would say, hey, look, we're all here, we're chilling. I would say we're definitely blessed to have each other in our lives, you know. It's good, man. Let's see. Yeah, so, for all those that haven't read the Bible in a while, probably read Revelation and then read everything else because you're going to be like, oh shit, the world's coming to an end soon. Devil's doing his shit. Um,
5:30 about over here. I honestly don't think we're getting too much action, guys. Let me check my tallow. Let me check my tallow. A little warm on the bottom. We're gonna wait a little bit longer. Give this thing a little more time. Um, all right. So what else do we want to talk about here? I don't know about Jesus creating the pyramids. That one I need to see some documentation. Something that definitely is compelling. But you know, you guys make sure that you're eating lots of pineapple out there. It's important to make sure that you have a healthy load that'll satisfy a woman. So make sure you guys are eating lots of pineapple. Um, all right. I'll tell you what I'm so sick of. Climate cult. Oh, the climate cult. Yeah, those fuckers are pieces of shit, man. Absolute trash. That climate cult is look, there's a lot of cults out there now. The fucking COVID cults, the fucking take the chemicals cults, there's the climate cults. All these fucking delusional people. You guys got to understand. There was once a period in history where being that stupid was a live and let live concept, right? It's like, oh, you want to live in that fucking little universe of yours where you think this is a thing, or being a vegan or whatever is going to save the earth. Go right the fuck ahead. It's not going to hurt anyone, But now we're getting to a point in human history where the ignorant are actively making the world a worse place. The vegans, whatever, the fucking idealists, fucking climate activists, people who believe fucking black people need reparations, white people who are fucking kissing black people's feet. They're actively making it worse, 'cause think about it. No one gave a shit. Like no one gave a shit, right? About like everyone kind of just was stopped being racist, right? And then it turned into someone threw out reparations. And then you had some beta pussy white pieces of shit go out and make a sign in San Francisco that says if you're black, we will come over here and I'll lick your boot. And then they did that, and so now black people are like, "Oh yeah, man, we got some white people that are kissing licking my boots. We definitely deserve our fucking reparations money." Or you got all kinds of shit going on like that. Climate people, the dumbest pieces of shit in the world, will be driving an electric vehicle and saying that they're saving the earth, knowing very little about where all those electric vehicle components come from, which are all basically slave trade. And on top of that, how the fuck are they powering the thing that's giving the electricity to the car? Well, with fucking gas and coal. So they're just delusional pieces of shit. And now we're getting to a point in human history where that is being taken advantage of. And it goes to the state saying, I fear not an army of lions led by a sheep. I fear an army of sheep led by a lion. And these are armies of absolute piece of shit sheep, the most matrix, blue pill, fucking just soulless pieces of shit. All the fucking, all, I'm about to go off, man. Holy cow. All these fucking pieces of shit, man. And, I, yeah, it's just things are getting out of hand. Things are getting out of hand, and now these people are actively becoming enemies because the things that they stand for are so counter to the good in the world and the progress of humanity. They're so counter to it because they're manipulated and they believe that delusion with deadly intent. We're getting to a point where it used to be live and let live. You can believe in your stupid shit and I'll believe in my good shit,
and which is correct, but you know what? You can believe you're correct, but you're wrong, but fuck you, and let's just drink a beer. It went from that to now it's going to become a war. I have no doubt in my mind. A war is what's next. All the people that were saying we need to open our borders. Now look what we have. We have an army inside our fucking inside the gate. It's going to be a war. That's what's next. So prepare accordingly, guys. Definitely have a lot of bullets on hand. Keep a gun on you. Don't know when it's going to crack. Well, I wouldn't say Elon Musk is the largest slave owner, but I would say he's probably one of the largest reasons why a slave owner would keep his money. So yeah, yeah, we basically agree. Um, all right, let me check this tallow. Actually, I'm gonna check this tallow. I'm gonna check this tallow out. If this is ready, then I am in for some fun. I'm gonna boil a bit of it down. I have a couple chunks of tallow here. Rendered health tallow. I need to figure out what to do with this batch. I might want to purify it a little bit more. Alright. Yeah, this is probably good still. A lot of fucking tallow shipping going down in here, that's for sure. Alright. Store it in a small one. Fuck it. Alright, this one's safe. Probably clean this cutting board real quick. Real close to having my first fresh batch of lotion. Alright, cobalt mine slaves. Shit, yeah, you're probably right, man. No, 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 hey, I'm not saying he's off the hook. I'm saying I mean, look, I think this is a weird thing. We all use slaves. We're all fucking wearing clothes that were made by slaves. Do I agree with it? No. Do I look at it like this? All right, let's get into this Mexican Hasselhoff because this is important. Economics is about scarcity and it's about what can I produce most efficiently that you're willing to buy most efficient for the most money. And so there's a concept that was called free trade, right? Free trade says, you know what, Mexican Hasselhoff, me and you are neighboring farmers. And for some reason, you grow the best corn and I grow the best cotton. And I grow the best corn, you grow the best cotton. And so instead of me growing half corn and half cotton on my farm and you growing half corn and half cotton on your farm, why don't I grow all the corn, you grow all the cotton, and then we'll just split it 50-50, right? That's the concept of free trade. And that was
it was over time as we were able to travel the globe much more efficiently and things like that, it was completely abused. Now free trade, as global travel and production and all that kind of stuff was able to the technology increased so that ships could carry goods and in large buckets and fucking take them across the ocean. That's what changed, right? It's not that like basically what changed is now it wasn't a matter of hiring people that can do the best thing. It was a matter of where can I pay the cheapest dollar for the most amount of goods that I can sell for X price. And obviously outside of the US, right? So everyone is on the hook for this because all of us are doing shit that contributes to a global trade system where free trade is essentially exploited. You have countries that are highly oppressive that can tell their people do what the fuck we say or you're gonna die and whatever. They create fucking systems of slavery where people have to work a lot more for a lot less. And we're all plugged into that. Is Elon Musk the one who's most to blame for that? No, I think that's it's quite a bit older than him, and it's you know it's not just him. I think it's every single one of us. Unless you're unless you're going to a local farm for your food and you're fucking getting the leather and you're making your own clothes, you're the same piece of shit that he is, you know? I am. So I think there's a lot of things in the world that can change. It's just global transportation has been exploited to make it work for big people instead of doing the right thing and the virtuous thing, which would be to employ people locally and pay them what they, a fair wage and keep everyone working, keep the factories open and all that shit. But no, we live in a different, we don't live in a world of the moral high ground. We live in a world of exploitation. So, um, all I'm saying is all of us are a part of that system. Every single one of us, man. Every time you put on a pair of shoes, some fucking 5-year-old's hands touch that at some point in time. Put on a piece of jewelry, probably came from some fucked ass place in Africa where dudes are getting whipped for only bringing in so much a day, and kids are working barefoot. Mothers with pregnant mothers and mothers with infant babies are working. We're all pieces of shit and we're all involved in that system. So yeah, that's the big point. Yep. All right. So I think we should wrap it up here pretty soon, guys. I'm gonna work on this tallow and fucking gonna need to shave my head and go out and all that stuff. Gotta take a shower. Oh yeah, I need to make the tallow lotion first, and then I'll clean up. And then I'll fucking be fresh tallow lotiony. Ugh. Do you recommend owning a dog if you are ready to take care of it? Yeah. Um, Make sure you're a fucking top G around that dog, 'cause you want your dog to fucking defend you and respect you. And funny enough, Jackknife, we were just talking about this earlier. I saw this hilarious story on Reddit, dude. Hilarious. A fucking gay dude owns a dog, and he was getting fucking pounded, and
the dog walked in the room and saw his gay ass getting pounded, and the dog won't listen to his commands anymore. That shit is fucking hilarious, man. Yo, I can't get over that. So, point is, be a G to your dog. Um, Make sure you raise your dog right. You know, I raise my dogs off the leash, make sure they know who the fuck to listen to. Um, but also love them with all your heart, you know. And guess what? You do it right, you get a good dog. Well, it's gonna back your ass up, you know. I when I was living in the trailer park, my dog probably stopped my trailer park from getting broken into 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times. But that's life, man. Dogs are real good, man. Dogs are real good. And yeah, I always raise my dogs so they know who's boss. There's a lot of people out there that raise dogs like, oh, it's the little fucking dog, you know, like that. There's moments to have fun, but you gotta be a G. Your dog needs to absolutely understand that you're the boss and it does what the fuck you say when you say it. Yeah, very loyal security system. If you get the right dog, you know. I had a pit German Shepherd and a pit boxer, but my pit boxer was an adopted dog, and she was a scaredy fucking bitch. I mean, to be honest, I love that dog, but I let Tara take her. It was kind of like I had to as well, but let's just say I was able to sleep at night because I want a dog that's an absolute warrior, and I've had dogs that are warriors. And like actually when I left the trailer park and moved to New York, I tell you guys I came with nothing but the clothes on my back. Well, I had to leave my dog behind too. That was probably the saddest thing. Fuck whatever girl I had in my life. I had a girl in my life back then. But leaving my dog, man, that was something I just for 6 months at least I thought about her almost every day, and then I remember finding out that she was given away and there was nothing I could do about it. She was given to a good family, so I had to live with that, and that was fine. But yeah, Cayenne was a beast. My baby girl Cayenne. And yep. So anyways, guys, yeah, get a good dog though. Don't get like a little shit fuck dog. Like I don't know, man. I know a lot of people out there like their little, small fucking little shit fuck dogs, but I'm not one of those people, man. I need a fucking medium to big size dog that's loyal and is down to fucking throw down. But I know there's tons of people out there, especially women, that like these little shit rat piece of shit dogs. And they're cool. They have fun little cute personalities and they can fit in a purse and all that shit. I'm not gonna hate a dog, but I'm just saying it's fucking worthless and it's a waste of fucking genetics, man. Yeah, these little rat shits. Um, yeah, dude, I would rather get something that's gonna be loyal as hell. It's gonna love me and my son. I'm gonna love that dog. And then if someone ever try to do some shit, that dog is gonna sacrifice its life to defend us, you know? And honestly, by the time your dog's willing to do that for you, you're probably willing to do that for your dog. You know, it's a very, very mutual relationship. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest getting a little lap dog. Get something that's big. Probably, and you might even want to get him a friend, you know. So you might want to get two if you have the space. Probably better to get two. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. My son was asking me for a dog yesterday. It's like, well, once you're ready to pick up all the poops, I just don't want a dog in my life right now. I'm living in an apartment. I don't want dog hair everywhere. If I have a couple women around who are gonna clean everything up every couple days, then yeah, that'll change things. But for now, I have a life where I don't want to take care of that mess, so I'm not gonna get involved in it. I did take care of my old dog for a while when Tara and took William to vacation for 2 weeks. So it was me and Roxy for a couple weeks, you know. She was good, but it's just dog hair everywhere. I was able to bring her with me to the bar, smoke cigars, have a good time. Everyone loved her. She listened to me. In fact, she remembered who is G. She doesn't even listen to her mom the way that she listens to me. Yeah, so you definitely want to consider having space. Even if you live in a small place, you need a big place to take your dog. You need to take your dog on walks and, you can't just be like, "Oh, I'm a chill dude. My dog's gonna adapt to me." It will. A dog's gonna chill out, but you need to be giving your dog the fun, man. Dogs deserve that shit, They deserve that. They deserve to be taken care of. It's important. So,
Uh, all right. We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Let's do that, and I'll catch you guys. It's Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Maybe we'll catch a another stream this weekend. Maybe not. I will have William, so I don't know. But love you all. Take care, good care of yourselves. We'll follow up on this trade soon, and I'll update you guys in the Discord channel, which I hope you all join. All right, everyone. Much love to you all. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Peace.